the interview where Babalawo go demonstrate for her eyes? That man there, one of the whether I don't know the name of one column. Very disorganized person. Simple question. You did display say, now so you be Labour Party chairman. You win your polling unit. Say no remember. He said the data not there with I not get it. Rufai, God go bless you. Ayo, God go bless you. Dr. Basi, God go bless you. In fact, all the arising people, God go bless you. Don't be here, laugh, what, kill me. Hey, in fact, I need to go watch that. I go show him. I will not show everything, but I go show him. Hey. Babalawo, he say, he dey pray now. Maybe Peter Obi, say Peter Obi, your life go better. Oh, thank God, so you don't say your life not better. Thank God, so you don't say your life not better. I be more than wash am. Make it up like say they they talk. For those of you who not see am,
But after the close of the court, I was just moving out, and the talks that were brought by Buri and Obi, they confronted me, they abused me, humiliated me, removed my car, beat me. And there was a pre-court meeting that took place a day before the court, when my team went to see Peter Obi's group, and they have said, they confirmed it. They said that if I should appear in court, that they are going to deal with me.
Well, Mr. Kwakwa, that's a report of what happened in court yesterday, and you were telling us your version of what happened, saying that you believe that the attack was sponsored by Mr. Julius Abure and Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party. I want to understand how you came to that conclusion in terms of, do you have evidence that they're the ones who sponsored the attack on you? And the second part I was going to say is that a statement was released by Comrade Chris Uyot of the Nigerian Labour Congress, where they denounced you as the factional chairman, saying that you don't represent any faction and that they don't know where you got your legitimacy to act on behalf of the Labour Party. Of course, you know, the NLC set up founded the Labour Party alongside the TUC. So who are you representing? What gives you legitimacy as factional president? Which faction are you representing?
Thank you so much. I'm happy to hear that from the NSC TUC. The NSC and TUC, they have their constitution. Labour Party has its own constitution. No one override the other. And you cannot use your own constitution to operate the other one. And if anybody wants to talk about the NSC TUC, I am a member of NSC. When this party was formed in 2002, I was secretary of NSC in Oyo State. And I was the chairman of the party for 10 years in Oyo, even when it was transformed into a Labour Party. I was the chairman. None of them should say they have authority over the formation of the Labour Party than myself. So talking of, and since that time to date, I've been in the party for 21 years now. I've never been in another political party. Those people that are now complaining, recognizing illegality, because Aburi is something but illegality. If NSC, TUC, because of what they collected or what they must have collected or what they intend to collect, are supporting legality, then we have problem in this country. Because if they say they are supporting him, and where do I derive my own legality? I don't need to ask them for legality. The Labour Party constitution is clear on this. And I don't need to make any approach before that is given to me. It is clear that in the absence of the national chairman, the deputy chairman takes over in acting capacity. And I want to get it clear to those who have no knowledge of it. Truly, today we may have 3 deputies, but one is more superior than the other 2. At the last convention in Akwanga, during the era of late Salam, this convention produced the chairman of the party and 2 deputies. These 2 deputies were elected deputy chairmen. And on the list of the hierarchy of officers there, we have the chairman of the party, Absalam, I was the next person to him, my name, and we will have one woman, Lebeka. These are the two deputies that were produced by that convention. The later, Lebeka and Aburi, the same Aburi, had issue, and Lebeka left the party. I became the only democratically elected deputy of the party. It was not quite a year during the crisis with the NSA and so on and so forth, that the two other deputies, one from NSC, one from TUC, were seconded to Labour Party. These are platform deputy chairmen. And on no condition will you impose or a platform deputy on elected deputy chairman. So if they don't know, they need to be educated. And at this point, I'm telling them, okay, I don't need authority from them to become the acting chairman of the party.
Mr. Papa, please, so sorry to cut you.
I'm with you.
At first, I just want to get a clarification. At first, in this conversation, you said, oh, NLC is of no effect. You were even secretary of NLC in your state at a point. Now you said NLC and TUC
Yes, that time, I was.
No, hang on a minute. Now you said NLC and TUC have, deputy chairs in the party, that nobody can impose a platform deputy chairman on you. If NLC has no effect on the party.
Unelected.
No, hang on a minute.
An elected deputy chairman.
So if NLC have no effect on the party, why could they put in deputy chairman to the party? That's number one question. Number two would be, the allegations that you collected money from somebody to do all of this, they are mentioning the APC. Did you?
It's not.
No, three will now
it's
be.
It's not. I didn't.
Okay, so.
I didn't.
So hang on a minute, let me finish,
and I
please.
challenged them
Let me finish.
Right.
Thirdly, you are going, they say you wrote a letter to Labour Party lawyers all over the country at election tribunals to withdraw the case, their cases, and they should bring everything to your front. True. So those are the allegations against you. You didn't. So what letter did you write?
I didn't.
Okay, so answer those.
I didn't write any letter. Yeah. I only during that court process, after the sitting of the court at the FCT, I only spoke that now that I'm in charge of the party now, as the acting chairman of the party, I am entitled to be briefed of all the goings in the party. I don't think that is true. I didn't write any letter. I only said, well, now that I'm in charge. How
did you say it? Did you write it in a letter? Hang on a minute. Did you write it in a letter form, or you said it with mouth?
I didn't write anything at all. So just with mouth. I didn't write anything. So I didn't write anything.
But they said you wrote a letter. So is it that you just said it with your mouth as a pronouncement?
It's not to tell them to show it to you. Sir, tell them to show you that letter.
Okay.
Tell them to confront me and to show you a copy of that letter. I am prepared to come back again. Tell them to show you a copy of that. It's not true. Absolutely untrue. Okay. And for me to collect anything, I didn't collect kobo from anybody. And I've challenged them all the time. If you have an evidence to prove, please show it to the whole world that I collected money from my opposition party. I did not, and I will never.
Mr. Kwakwa, since yesterday, have you contacted the presidential candidate of the party, because he's the major party to the petition at the tribunal? Have you contacted him? Has there been any communication directly with Mr. Peter Obi? And with the treatment you received yesterday, with you even losing your cap, which is not, to superstitious people, it's not a good thing for an elderly man to lose his cap in public. Are you going to show up at that tribunal again tomorrow, even with the threat that if they see you again, they will deal with you? Are you going to go there and confront them?
Let me start one by one. Whether there was any direct contact with Peter Obi, there was indirect contact. Elders of the party, Igbo leaders, here and abroad, we've been having conversations. They've been intervening. But it has not been fully actualized. But we've been interacting indirectly. Even during the pre-court process, my team and Peter Obi, Abu team, they met. And the argument there was that they said Obi insisted that he would not recognize me as the acting national chairman of the party. there was argument over it. Who should be there? If Aburi has stepped aside, and I'm the next person to him, no matter how, whether you like my face or you don't like me, by right, by law, I'm the next person to Aburi. That was the argument. And that was a text message from one of the groups that if I should appear, they are going to deal with me. And they actually executed that threat. And that's why I accused Peter Obi and Aburi to have committed the act. Even if openly they may say no. But with the way they behave and the way they have been behaving to me, confirming that is the type of person who can do it that way. Now let's talk about whether I collected money from them. I want to repeat it to the entire world. I did not collect a kobo from anybody. And if anybody has an evidence to prove, let that person come forward and show the whole world that this is what I've collected. On letter to tribunals, I have never written a letter to any of the tribunals in Nigeria regarding withdrawal of cases from the
Mr.
tribunal.
Papa, I apologize. I'm taking Dr. Batiston, but there's a letter here that says instruction for legal representation. Yeah. And it was written by Prince and Law Empire, Prince O. Enyekure Esquire. It was written to Beatrice Otubo, the candidate of the Labour Party in Rivers State. He says, the above petition which you've been acting as counsel for, I have been briefed by the National Legal Advisor of the Labour Party to take over the conduct of the petition from you, hereby to notify you to the rule pursuant of the. In this circumstance, I shall file the notice of change of counsel. So what they are saying is that, in fact, you are changing counsel of those people. So where did this letter come from?
When was that?
The letter here was dated. The letter here was dated 12 May 2023. It was signed by Prince O. Enyekure Esquire, managing solicitor, and they CC'd the National Legal Advisor Labour Party to change the hitherto counsel. And they said the letter came for you because when Beatrice Otubo, hang on a minute, when Beatrice Otubo was interrogated, hang on a minute, let me finish, Mr. Papa. When Beatrice Otubo was interviewed, she said the letter came from you. And in fact, she denounced you and said that Lamide Apapa cannot be coming here to instruct us on what we'll do with counsel.
That's a lie. If I want to write a letter to any lawyer, didn't I have my own signature to sign? I am telling you this is a lie. It's just about manipulation. It's a lie. It's not, that letter was not emanated from me. And I'm telling you this now. Did you not know my name? Did I not have my own signature? That's a lie. They are just doing that to blackmail me. It's not true.
Okay.
I have my name. I have my signature. If anybody is doing that to my name, that's not true.
Mr. Papa,
yes, please.
I asked one other question.
I'm with you.
Are you going to show up at the court?
Go ahead.
Are you going to show up at the court tomorrow? And are you prepared for another likely attack by those you say, belong to the other faction? Are you ready to go there?
Well, even though I didn't expect this type of...
Yes, go ahead.
In fact, I may not even expect this type of question, but since you have asked me, I intend to go there.
Really? They say they are waiting for you.
I intend to go there tomorrow.
Okay.
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 Now, let me tell you this clearly. If one is in control, or if one has authority to do something, irrespective of whether there is politics somewhere, in your own view, as a journalist, am I doing something that is contrary to the law of the party? Am I doing something contrary to the law of the land by asserting my authority as the acting chairman of the party? What type of system are we running? Now, I'm telling you this now. If Aburi, who failed to honor court orders, is appearing at the tribunal with Peter Obi, who is trying to claim his mandate from the tribunal through the rule of law, is that how to rule a country? I'm surprised. Let's go ahead and see what will happen. If you want to claim a mandate through the court of law and you disobey court of law and you call yourself a good Nigerian, it's unfortunate.
All right, Mr. Papa, I just wanted to ask you,
Yes, go ahead.
In you asserting yourself as factional chairman or acting chairman of the Labour Party. What is your aim, or what is your plan for the Labour Party? Because it seems as if, to validate some talks around the fact that you've collected money from opposition parties, that you're working against your own party. In fact, the chairman is being accused of anti-party activities. Here you are deriding your presidential... Hold on, sir. Let me just finish. Your presidential candidate.
No, I'm not intervening.
Okay. You're said to have tried to withdraw or challenge the wins of your candidates in Kano State. You are acting against candidates in your party. What really is your motive, or what is your aim? What are your plans for the party as chairman or acting chairman?
Well, there are two questions there. You are saying whether I intend to withdraw cases or whatever. I'm
asking that
this is not true.
That you're acting against your party. You're speaking against your presidential candidate. Were you not in support of him emerging as your flag bearer? Is the party supremacy not of importance to you? Are you willing to destroy the party because of your personal ambition?
I am fully behind Obi's mandate, and I've said this several times. None of them can tell me they are more obedient than myself. Because where I voted and the vote I got is a confirmation of my wish for Obi to rule Nigeria. So none of them can tell me they are more fit than myself. So I'm fully with him and on Obi's mandate. Because if he wins the election and he becomes president, I think my life will be better than what it is now. There's no doubt about it. I'm an elderly person. I understand life. So anybody that is saying something contrary, that person is just being mischievous. So that's the situation there. I prefer him to be there, and I keep on maintaining that on Obi's mandate I stand. But for anybody to now say which one am I claiming now, is it acting chairman or whatever? I have never said I'm the national chairman of the party. I said I'm the acting national chairman of the party. If Aburi is lucky to get himself cleared from his forgery cases, he can come back and take back his position. That I'm in acting capacity for you to know the love I have for the party. But because of people who also misinterpret the whole thing, they are saying it the way they want it or the way they understand it. Some people are acting acts of ignorance, but I don't blame them. If they know the consequence of disobeying court orders, I don't think they will have done it.
Okay, so a couple of things. You said you played so much role in the Obi campaign. I'd like to ask, did you win your polling unit for Labour Party in Oyo State? That's number one.
Yes, I won it.
And why didn't Labour Party do well in Oyo State if you claim you have a clout, as you claim? Because Labour Party didn't churn out the good numbers in Oyo State. And also tell us your polling unit so we'll do well to be able to verify. Secondly, I'd like to ask you, do you believe... hang on a minute, please. Hang on a minute. Let me finish. Eh? Mr. Lamide Apapa, let me finish.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting.
Good.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting. I'm
Secondly, you claim you believe in Obi's mandate, right? You claim you are an obedient.
Yes.
You claim you believe in this election case that is in court, that your Labour Party stands a chance at the tribunal. But do you know your actions yesterday as regards to recognize who is in charge has cost your party so much, and you have made a mockery of your party with your activity? Does party supremacy ever count in your dictionary?
It counts.
It counts with the way you've mocked your party?
That's your question. But
and the way you destroyed your party?
You ask a question, I intend to respond to it.
Go ahead.
I intend to respond to your question.
Go ahead.
That my action yesterday, can I go ahead?
Go ahead, sir.
Can I go ahead?
Go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead.
You are saying that the action, that took place was a mockery of maybe to our party per se. It is never a mockery. It is never a mockery. For someone to ask for his right is never a mockery. I was going to court there. Is that a mockery? Is that a mockery for us to go to a tribunal? Is that a mockery? It's not a mockery. For one to claim his right, it's not a mockery. It depends on your own interpretation. To me, it's not a mockery. And what they do to me, is that not a mockery? What Obi asked them to do to me, is that not a mockery? Was I the person that crossed the pandemonium? So if you are saying that now, you refer to those who initiated it, not me, who was obedient, who was orderly. So I don't know how you interpret it anyway, but that is the way I see it. It was never a mockery because I was there to claim my authority. Okay. Whether authority of the party, if we talk of authority of the party, am I not the authority of the party as far as today is concerned?
Okay, so why I said it was a mockery is this. Do you know that at the end of the day in the court yesterday, there was no clear authority of the Labour Party? It was only Obi that was recognized. Nobody could stand as authority because the court says, you know what, we can't deal with this mess going on. You were notifying yourself, the other faction was notifying themselves. So there was a clear case of chaos yesterday and nobody could ever acknowledge as an authority. Isn't that going to stall your case in court?
Let me tell you on this again. In a democratic setting, where we have a woman leader and you have acting chairman, do you need to go into dictionary before you know is superior? What are we talking? If not because they believe that the woman leader sit by the side of Obi, is a responsibility to recognize me, not the woman leader. Okay, in a very decent society. But if it has gone that way, let's leave it as it is and see the end of the matter. Mr. Papa. If I cannot be recognized there, and a woman leader is there, raising up her hand, and the court was silent over it, it's an abnormality. Mr. Papa. I keep on telling you that Obi came to this party less than a year. I'm 21 years old in the party. Do you need a dictionary to determine who should be in charge?
Mr. Papa. Let's talk about your personal interest. When you were addressing the press yesterday, you told your audience that, were it not for you people, you could have been killed. The same people that you claim, I said so. Yes, I appreciated them. The same people you claim wanted to kill you, they are saying they don't want to see you anywhere near the matter that they are pursuing in court. But you still say tomorrow you will go there. Do you love the party so much that you are ready to die for it? Do you love the Labour Party so much that you are willing to put your life on the line? Or you plan to go to court tomorrow with your own team of thugs, knowing fully well that, the court... Go ahead.
I don't know whether you are following me.
I'm following you.
You put a question to me.
Yes.
Whether we... I said I intend to. You understand the word I intend to? I said I intend to. If the other executive decide to say, well, Alhaji don't go, I may decide not to go. I see. But nobody should compel me not to go. If you are saying that people say they don't want me there, who are those people? Are they not the supporters of Obi that he brought to the court? That they should beat me up? Let's wait and see. There is something that's called law of karma. It will bounce on everybody who misbehave. Law of karma is there.
All right.
If I've been in this party for 21 years and he came just a year ago and he used people to bounce on me, is that not abnormality? I don't know how you interpret it. Is it because of money that people are saying something like this against me? I'm not happy, but I leave that to God to decide.
Okay, all right. So still trying to understand, going back to my last question in terms of what your objective or what your plans are for the Labour Party. You say that you are in support of Mr. Peter Obi, your presidential candidate. So if you're in support...
I said so. I said so. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're in support of him, don't you think your actions jeopardize your chances at the courts? Maybe I should ask you, the question I should ask you is, do you think the Labour Party should challenge the results of the presidential election in court, or would you rather they withdrew and support the government of national unity of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
I don't succumb to withdraw of the case. I don't succumb. I've said this several times. When you have a good case to handle, how will you withdraw? I am not in support of withdrawal of the case from the court. And the issue of whether unity government is nothing but is grammatical. Whether democratic, whether whatever, every government is unity government. It's just semantics. So it's the grammar. How will you say, even whether democratic is that democratic not unity government? But what we are talking about now is whether Obi's case should go on or withdraw. Me, I'm not in support of withdrawal because we have a case with the APC. And that case must be treated accordingly and must be treated to the logical conclusion. That's my belief, and I stand by it.
Okay, saying that, just going back to the first question I asked you, if that is your aim, if what you stand by is for your party to pursue the matter in court, would you not, for the sake of that, stay away and just allow things to go and then pursue this post-election tribunal?
Okay, this matter, the last statement, I will present it before the other ESCO. If that is considered, I will stay back.
Okay, let's quickly talk about this. So you're still talking to your ESCO, but I'd like to ask you, is there any internal mechanism of settling matters in the Labour Party?
I did not. No, don't misquote me.
No. Hang on a minute.
We intend to go.
Okay.
But based on what you are saying now, I say, well, I will represent it to them. If that is considered, I will stay back.
Okay, so I would like to ask you this.
Right.
You will talk to your ESCO, right?
Right?
You intend to go, but if you talk to your ESCO, you will stay back probably. Let's move away from that. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is on a reconciliation spree. Yesterday, it was alleged that he met Rabi Musa Kwankwaso in France, Government of National Unity. As you call yourself factional leader, you call yourself the authority. Are you not the authority of the Labour Party? Yes, you are, right? If Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu calls you for a conversation as we speak on the furtherance of democracy, would you honor Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President-elect?
Before I honor him, I will consult the executive of the party.
So if the executive
says go ahead, I will do.
So if the executive says you should go ahead to honor the meeting with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu,
if the executive go ahead, it becomes our position. It's not going to be my position. If they say go and see him, or we are going to see him, it becomes the position of the party, not the position of Alhaji Bashir Lamide Apapa.
So, but if they say go and see him, you will go to see him, right?
All of us collectively will go and see him.
Okay, all of you will go and see him.
That is if we have the mandate of the house that we are going to see him.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Apapa.
Okay.
Now, you are interested in this court matter, the petition by your party and Mr. Obi. Were you involved in the process of putting the legal team together? Or, as a claim, you are just claiming your right as, acting chairman of the party? And then beyond all of that, what do you think of your presidential candidate, the statements that he has put out about people misrepresenting him, trying to, intimidate the Labour Party to withdraw from the court? What do you say to all of that?
I may not like to respond to that because he never mentioned anybody's name. He knows it is in his mind. Let him mention it out. Let him mention people's name. Everybody will have to respond to it. But since he has not mentioned anybody, well, that should be his own personal opinion. To me, nobody should respond to somebody that is guessing or you think, I suspect that you want to say this. No, it's abnormality. So the issue of whether we have legal team or so, legal team already has been working. They are doing their job. We are waiting for them to actualize or to achieve the mandate of Peter Obi. He's already in the tribunal.
No, but were you involved in the process of recruiting that team? Have you been interfacing with that team?
I'm not a lawyer.
But have you been interfacing with that team as an interested party, acting chairman of the party? Do you have access to them?
Now, you are coming back to my question. By the time this legal team, by the time they were set up, I was deputy chairman of the party. It is the chairman of the party then, Aburi, who put them together, and they've commenced their work. And when he now step aside, either partially or whatever, I now demanded that I should be briefed. There was noise making again, that I should be briefed. I don't think that is too much for me to ask. So if they now say for me to ask again is also a crime, I leave them for it.
Okay, Mr. Kwakwa.
If that's what they want.
Okay, Mr. Kwakwa. Akin Shitokun was on television yesterday. And he said what transpired was that you showed up in court and you asked him to stand up. And he said he doesn't know you. How come, even as deputy chairman of the party, that the director general of your party's campaign, presidential campaign, will not know the deputy chairman of the party? Because he said, he told you he doesn't know you.
Well, I want to react to it now. Okay. I'm surprised, and I'm also happy that this particular issue was mentioned again. Osuntokun that you are saying now. Now, when the first meeting we had during Dr. Okupe, we are both from the Southwest. Okupe called a meeting when he was the Director General in Ekperu. He sat by my side. This was Osuntokun. He sat by my side. And Dr. Okupe said, this is the man you've been hearing of. This is our man. By now, I was the most senior officer of the party from that zone. He saw me, we greeted, and during the campaign of our principal to Ekiti, I was with him there in Ekiti. So for him to say, he's only riding on what Peter Obi said, that he doesn't know me. And I've explained this several times, that if Peter Obi said he does not know me or he has never seen me before, I've explained to people that it's either he's being forgetful or being a liar. And I explained that the day he came to the party, I did open prayer in Asaba. When we left Benin, we were in the same aircraft to Abuja. When he came to Ekiti, I was with him. When he came to Ondo, I was with him. When he came to Osun, I was with him. What else do they still want from me? I don't know. The man who said he doesn't know me, you will always, if you interpret it, you need to ask him. If you say you don't know your deputy national chairman, which means he's not a member of Labour Party. If you are in the Labour Party and you are unable to know the deputy national chairman of your party, then he should write himself off. That's my take on that.
All right. So, Mr. Papa, I'd like you to just share with us, who are the EXCO members that you've been consulting with? Because you say that for each of the decisions that you will make, in terms of whether you go to court tomorrow, whether you're going to accept to meet with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should the invitation come to the Labour Party, you wouldn't be acting in your personal capacity, you'd be speaking to the EXCO. Can you mention the names of the EXCO members that you are working with, who have your support and you're consulting with?
Now, let me first of all tell you how Labour operates. After the National Executive Council, the National Executive Council of the party, we authorize the National Working Committee to operate within the period when next meetings will not be available. We have the mandate that immediately after the National Executive Council meeting, like the one they did in Asaba and the one we did in Bauchi, so we have been given mandate that during this period, you can do A, B, C, D on our behalf or on behalf of the party. Now, during the National Working Committee meeting that produced me as the acting national chairman, I have 7 members on my side. They have 4 on their side.
Who are the 7
so
members?
I consult those 7 members.
Who are the
7 members? Myself, I've started mentioning.
Okay.
I've started mentioning. I said myself, 1. With the treasurer, Daramola is there. Alhaji Umoru is there. I said myself, Alhaji Umoru. Bishop is there from Rivers State. Alhaji Alkali is there. Alhaji Sali is there.
Okay, so you've mentioned 5 names, including yourself. Who are the who are the
I've
other
mentioned
2?
6 now.
No,
I've
you
mentioned
said
6.
Alhaji Umaru, you said Bishop.
6 plus
Okay,
himself.
6. Alhaji
Yes.
Alkali, Alhaji Sali, yourself, and then the 6th person.
Yeah.
The 6th.
And Okeke. Okeke.
Thank you.
Are this a factional? This is the factional ESCO or the main ESCO of the party?
Not factional.
Okay.
Don't use the word factional. I am in charge, not the issue of factional.
Okay.
I am in charge. I'm not factional.
Okay. Let's go back to your base in Oyo State. By how much margin did you win your polling units?
What? You asked for being winning. I don't have the percentage here, but I won at my polling unit.
How much number? So you don't remember the result?
I didn't know you would ask this question. I say you are talking about the margin. I don't know the margin and I don't have it, but I know I won at my polling unit. Okay. I'm not a small politician.
Okay, I know you're not a small politician, but there was a large support for the APC as regards the presidential election. That's why they won overwhelmingly. So if you keep claiming you're not a small politician, it is obvious that you couldn't hold your own in the state as regards the presidential election. And I have specific reasons why I ask, because a lot of people keep going back to your legitimacy. Okay, right. And that's why I asked the question about your polling unit. What's even the number at which you won? Because people keep saying, oh, you were not prominent in the campaign and the campaign process itself. That's what a lot of people keep saying, and that's why they say you have a legitimacy question.
Okay, let me say whether I was not prominent at the campaign. This question was raised some time ago, that when Obi was coming to Oyo State, that I was not there. I wouldn't be there because it was caused by Obi himself. And if he's on here, I want him to see this. Now, I was in Abuja when he was coming to Oyo State. And I was at the airport with Obi. And at that time, we were all set to go to Oyo State. The normal aircraft that we were supposed to use was a big aircraft. But the Airways Authority said that aircraft was under repairs. And it was given a very small aircraft. Now, by virtue of my position, if that aircraft will take just only 8 people, I think by virtue of my position in the party, I should be one of them. But I was dropped, and I was asked to go and look for another aircraft. I couldn't get aircraft to Ibadan. I couldn't get the one going to Lagos. I now got the one going to Akure. I boarded the aircraft from Abuja to Akure. From Akure, I got a public transport to Ibadan. Is that my fault? That's not my fault. If he has refused to give me that honor right from Abuja, I should not be blamed for that inability to participate in that rally. That was exactly what happened. And ask them, in Labour Party as of today, when Labour Party, the first honorable produced by Labour Party was produced in Oyo, go into record and see. When I contested as governor of Oyo State, the only honorable that we produced in Labour Party was, I was the person that raised his arm up in Oyo, and we won. That was the first honorable of Labour Party that we produced. After that, when they are talking of the successes that have been recorded in my name, I was the chairman there. The zonal chairman, Mimiko, came. We have the Senate, we have the rep. It's not only when Obi came that Labour Party has been progressing. This one, though, this one is a bit higher than others, but Labour Party has been existing, and we are having officers from the party. So if for anybody now to say it was because he's here now, that is why Labour Party has been there. He met us there. Well, so for us to now begin to give interpretations here and there, I don't think so.
Mr. Apapa, we need to go within a minute, so if your response can be very brief.
Thank you so much.
You know, Labour Party generated a lot of momentum within a very short time and, posted that performance that he did in the last election. Don't you think that the way Labour Party leaders are now behaving, it's a source of disappointment, to many of the young people and others who supported the party. Because people are now saying, oh, we said it, Labour Party is not different from the other political parties. In fact, other political parties did not go to court to fight. We're just hoping that tomorrow, Labour Party will not go to court with thugs, different set of thugs. That would be contemptuous of the integrity of the court. Don't you think this is disappointing?
You are very correct. But let me tell you, it takes two to tango. If A has done the right thing, B may not consider otherwise. If the way you are talking to me, if it's the way you talk to Peter Obi and the way you talk to Aburi, things will have been better. If he has stepped aside at the right time, there will be no need for argument all over. If Obi has convened a meeting, inviting all us to these parties, this thing will have been avoided.
This is Bod TV Bod. In case the first time you come here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more uploads.